We'll break it down real quick, yo. Hey yo, look dog, I bought villas, stayed in resort Skrilla. I was stalk killer, I stalk killers. Man, I caught killers, just on Fort killers. Catch frontin', pop, pop, court killers. Who more realer? Weed in the four-wheeler. F Mike, till you see me, you never saw a thriller. Fist scale, four reelers. Dirty whore want me to go. Raw will ya? Smart Pisces, fresh from the archdiocese. You got heart, fight me, ideally depart wifey. I'm Anthony, I do things the harder way. Pardon me, escalate, marmalade, mama stayed. And I send the wolf stars a play. And the do copper car today, color pink Chardonnay. And I clap at your man, got the clappers. Clap on, clap off, clap at his hands. Only thing he ever clapped was his hands. He'll get butt raped, duct tape the Michelin man, bastard. Get in his fan, listen to Ken Maggot. Get in his fan, listen to Ken Maggot.
YouTube, what is up with y'all today? This is Nail Goodfella Nail coming through with another sneaker review / comparison today. And this one is on the Cardinal 7 joints, an OG colorway. Everybody did their comparison. I just want to do my comparison as well, guys. I know this sneaker is more so of the out of the 7s, more so slept on OG colorway. Now, I know everybody's a lot more crazy for like the Bordeaux 7, Olympic 7, Hare 7, Raptor 7, and then maybe the Cardinal 7s last, if any. As you can see, obviously, if you've been on planet Earth and into sneakers, that the Cardinal 7s have been sitting. Now, I actually picked these up not too long ago, and I end up swooping them from Nike website with the 25% off membership code joint that they recently had. It was actually a sale, and it's definitely worth it. Now, first thing first, I'm gonna get into a quick overview of just the retro real quick. And this is the box right here, and I end up getting them for the low at about like 157. Definitely reminds me of old times, like back when these released. This was old times. This is probably about like 150 plus tax. So 157 plus tax. We're not too far off from the 2011 version, because that's the version that I have. And looking at the box, this is for my box boys. I know the comparison's been thrown all around on YouTube. Like I said, guys, I want to do mine too, just to see what I see. I know other people comparing and all that stuff. It's not too much of the biggest difference, but I feel like not too many other people, at least from the comparison reviews that I've seen, they forget to mention one thing that I see the difference in with this sneaker. But you know, that's me though. And going to the inside of the box, you do have that cement like speckled like paper. This was not in that 2011 version. Even like the 06 Cardinal 7s look better. If I can rank them as far as retros go, we not count the OG obviously, because the OG is the OG. That's what they all strive to look like. I would say that this new release, this is the new one. Look how bright white it look. It look like cocaine. And actually go with this shirt lightweight. But this one actually looks more so like the OG. Hands down. Like, it looked better than the 06. It looked better than the 2011. Video over. But I'm gonna still do the comparison. As far as the leather on here, is definitely a tumbled leather, even on the flat panels as well. And you also actually have tumbled leather right here. It's kind of like that pebbled leather too. Going to the toe box is also a little easier to squeeze, pause, but it's a softer leather. And you also got a wider toe box, you know, this time around with like the 7s. I see they're really doing that. And going to the back, you got the typical 23 lay over this Jordan 7 in the back as well. I remember they was doing funny stuff like switching the 7s around. This red 7 right here, like on certain releases, like between the 2011 and the 06 version, they was like they had both of the 7s going this way and the other ones going up. that was facing each other the other way. Y'all know Nike always, you know, they always hitting the spin move on us. And then the best thing about 7s is this right here. You could literally probably make a shirt just out of this pattern. Now, with different colorways of the 7s, they do have more electrifying colors like the Raptor 7s and the Bordeaux 7s. This look okay, but it's not the best colorway. Now, I will say, the only annoying thing about the Cardinal 7 is that this joint is an all white. And best believe with an all white mesh like this, or nylon, which is both in this case, it's definitely going to yellow. You're definitely going to see a before and after in this comparison too. I take care of my shoes to a T, you know. Only thing I don't do is put them in a hyperbolic chamber with like seal them in plastic so no oxygen get to them. I just put them in a plastic. I just put them in a box, wipe them down, put them in a box, and then just put them up and wear them, you know. So, and store them in a cool place, not too hot, not too cold. Try to avoid moisture so you don't get mold on the sneakers. And yeah, but this sneaker is basically self-explanatory. The Jordan embroidery, definitely, I agree with today's age as far as sneakers go. The embroidery definitely starts to look better in 2023, better than it did in like 1992. A lot of the embroidery jobs from like back in the day versus now, the newer ones look better, obviously, because we got better technology now. Breathable mesh along the tongue, and I do like the fact that the tongue is real high. I do like a high tongue, and this is how the 7s is supposed to look. Not really a fan of that whole short tongue 7 thing, man, because if you wear these with like shorts and the tongue is like low, like how it is in this 2011, I'm not a fan. So first thing first, now that they're kissing toe box to toe box, you do got that pig snout on the 2011. This is the 2011, guys. This is the 2022. And let me back up a little bit. You do got the pig snout, and it is a little bit chunky right here at the toe box versus this one right here. It's a little bit more, it's still a lump right here, but the OG would have been more slope. I like more of the slope like the OG, but this is the closest we're getting of that remake. Going to the 2011 version, typical yellowing. That's really the main thing. These things right here, like the leather panels right here, actually starts yellowing, and that's what's happening with this. Typical age. You know, if you're not in the character, you're gonna be highly pissed off in a few years rocking this sneaker. And as you can see, guys, you got the white. It's kind of looking dingy, but like I said, it's just age. It's not even dirt. Going along the toe box, one of the good things they did drop in the 2011 version is the laces. I'm definitely keeping these, but I'm actually going to get rid of these too, because these are a size 10, which is a little too big for me. Pause. But I bought these. This is my first Jordan 7 as an adult. So the Cardinal 7s is kind of like that first for me as far as a grown man buying 7. So now I know that a size 9 with the snug fit definitely work. The embroidery right here, the Jumpman, it's not too bad compared to the 2022. The 2022 embroidery is a little bit more better than the 2011 embroidery. Even in camera, I don't know if you guys can see the slight discoloration of the paneling. Going to the inside of the ankle, this being 2011, this being 2022, we do have a difference in color as far as the ankles go. You got white on the 2011. You got white on the 2022, and you got red, that cardinal red on the inside at the ankle for the 2011. And obviously the Nike Air is not on the 2011 version. They had a Jumpman in there. I don't know if it was it might have just been a cardinal red Jumpman. Pull tabs go. In this 2011, it's a little bit more darker. And then on the 2022, it's a little bit more shiny, a little bit more light as well. As far as the peaks go, and it's more shiny on the 2011, basically. And it's more matted on the 2022. Yep. Going to the soles now. I'm gonna cut the 2011 a little bit of more slack because I've actually wore them, you know, so that white is not gonna look as white no more. Sometimes it might even go as far as like looking like a dingy gray or something. Obviously you guys can see the gold is not like this anymore. It's a little bit more toned down because of the dirt actually wearing it. But one of the bigger things, now granted these are two different sizes, this is the biggest difference that I've seen on the Cardinals that nobody called out. This is so damn bulky at the middle of the foot right here. Like, why is it like this? You know, I didn't realize it until like maybe a few years later after I had these, and I started looking at when they start redoing the 7s, like the Hair 7s and stuff like that in 2015. The Hair 7s has more so of a slim cut like this to a certain degree. Not slim completely, but it's not fat like this one. So the width, this is like that bulge right here. That's terrible. I did not like that on this 2011. It made my foot look bigger than what it was, and then it looked like super wide to the point where it didn't even look like I was wearing a 7. I could wear my Bordeaux 7s from 2015 and even my Raptor 7s from 2012, and those look fine. The bad thing about the red ankle, because I'm noticing it now, you know, some people might want the red on the ankle, but the bad side to that is, look at this. It's dye coming off onto the red neoprene right here. Well, this white neoprene, the red dye is coming off onto the white neoprene. Same thing on the other side as well. Like, you know, it looked like old lipstick on here. Two tongue difference right here. You see that? That's shaped like a diamond right there versus like this being like an open like diamond on the 2022. 2011 right here, 2022 right here. So yeah, definitely a tongue toe box difference. It's a little bit wider in the toe box than it is on the 2011. I don't mind it on the 2022. And yeah, that's basically it. So my takeaways from this is, at least from the 2011 version, while I would like the 2022 version, you got the red dye on here that stains the tongue. It's bulky, it's bulgy in the middle. The tongue is different right here. Now I'm not complaining, guys. If you guys look up on the 06 or a 2011 version, you still get the same point across. You rocking Cardinal 7s, and it's just a classic sneaker regardless, right? But as far as like the sneaker connoisseurs, the people that want to make sure it look like the OG, these are my peeves, and these are the differences right here between the 2022 and the 2011. And lastly, this toe box is not really the best, but you know, it is what it is. 7s is 7s. Obviously the box from back in the day, 2011, this is how it looked. You didn't really too much get anything in it. It was just some paper in here, and you didn't get a second pair of laces to my knowledge, and that's basically it. My rating as far as like comfort straight out the box, I would give these a 7.5 out of 10. As you wear them, these will graduate into a 8.3 roughly out of 10. Overall, what I give the sneaker, everything included, colorway, comfort, all of that wrapped into one, I will give these a 9.5 out of 10. Only reason why I'm giving it a 9.5 instead of a 10 is because this does not have the exact OG slope. Now, I know beggars can't be choosers and all that stuff, and I'm talking about first world problems, but that's just my take on it. And lastly, man, before I head up out of here, I'm noticing the font on here is a little bit different too at the tongue as well. When you look at the font difference, the brighter white one is 2022. Before I head up out of here, let me show that to you guys. Jordan there. Then the 22 version. Yep, hands down, this one win over the 2011 to me. Do you guys like the 06 version better? Do you like the 2011 version better? Do you like the 2022 version better? Hey man, I know different strokes for different folks, and I've also heard, like, even with the bread 11s and stuff like that, some people like the lower cut patent leather 11s over the higher cut patent leather 11s as well. So let me know down in the comments. I'm out. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Peace.